Hey guys, welcome back to another Ready Set Backpack. So today I had some important news to tell you. Basically, as you know from my previous videos, I don't really have any funds or anything like that, so getting out on the road is actually going to be kind of hard. But last week I actually went to an interview, and then, well, it was technically 2 weeks ago, but the process took about a week. So last week I went to an interview, and that interview actually turned out to be for a job in Mexico. So it was pretty cool. I went there, sat down. Out of thousands of applicants, they only chose 100 interviewees. Yeah, we went down to Vancouver, had interviews there, and there was probably like 100 and something interviews that went on throughout a 3 or 4 day process. So it was tough competition, right? Like, the people that I was all had jobs within the industry, stuff like that. So I was sort of an oddball out, but because I've done some sales before, I guess they brought me in for the interview. So it's almost like you're selling timeshares, but it's not really timeshares. It's kind of confusing. I don't really know what it is. I will figure that out when I get there. So basically, yeah, so after the first interview process, they sat us out in the hall and said, anybody that doesn't like what they seen in the first interview, you can just sneak off, and if we call your name, we'll cross you off the list. And so out of the room of 20 people that was with me, roughly 20 people, there was nobody that left. So I'm pretty sure everybody that came there for a reason. I personally went there because I want to do this. I want to work abroad, and that would be perfect for me. I know Mexico wasn't my first choice to go to. I wanted to be in Asia, stuff like that. But Mexico is relatively cheap in comparison to the rest of the world, and I would be making American dollars down there. So in retrospect, for people that don't know, American dollars is more than Canadian currently. So there is a street sweeper going by. He's not quite gone yet, so sorry if you still hear him in the background, but yeah, so American dollars is more than Canadian right now, so it's like $1.30 Canadian is $1 American or something. I'm not too sure. So working down there, I would be getting paid in American, which I would actually be getting a higher pay than here, even if it was Canadian. So now I'm getting like a 30% more pay than if I stayed here in Canada and got paid. What? I don't know. Yeah, so basically it's well worth the sacrifice to move down there for however long I'll be down there, and I'll be exploring the city so I can... It's coming back for round 2. Are you kidding me? Yes. You know I'm recording, don't you? So I've never been anywhere. Mexico will be nice. I did get the job, but how it went down is after I went into the second interview, they said, okay, so does this date work for you? May 15th. And I go to Jamaica on May 2nd, and I stay there till May 16th. So I was like, actually no, that doesn't work for me. Is there any way that, like, you could push it off a day, maybe 2, because they do want you to, like, know the surrounding areas, so they give you a couple days of, like, days off when they get you out there, so you don't just fly out there and then start work the next day. You fly out there and then get to hang out for a couple days and check out the surroundings, stuff like that, which I thought was pretty cool. That's generous. And he just sort of pondered it, my main guy, and he looked at the paper, and then he's like, you know what, if you can convince this guy to get you on, well, that's how I saw what he said, but he actually said, ask this guy if he can switch the dates for you. So I brought home the paper, I saw the thing. He said message him on Sunday, and this was a Tuesday interview, because he was in somewhere, and I didn't really listen to that because I wanted the job, so I sort of just messaged him that night, and I woke up the next morning to a message saying, congratulations, yeah, we can definitely do that. We're taking flights on the 15th and the 30th of May. So I was like pumped. I was like, yes, I get the 30th. And then he's like, okay, get a list of questions ready for when I call back, because I'm going to call you and I want you just to have a list and any concerns, questions, comments, blah, blah, blah. So I got that list ready. He called me and he said, okay, answered all my questions first. And he said, okay, what day do you want to come out, the 1st or the 15th? And I was like, wait, what? And he was like, yeah, the 1st or the 15th. I was like, oh, I thought we talked about it and you said the 15th or the 30th, because I have the wedding till the 16th. And he's like, oh, right. And so then he's like, okay, well, what about, because the flights are only on the 15th, what about the 18th? And I was like, oh, yes. I was like, yes, the 18th, that works for me. I'm down. So he's like, okay, that works great. You know, we'll get you on a flight on the 18th, but first I have to say that there is more than the 20 candidates that we're actually hiring on that got into this final interview process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to call you back another day and tell you if it's a yes or no. So that was on a Saturday, and he said, I'm going to call you either Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. And I was not excited about that. I was like, great, another process. And I'm probably the only person that needs to leave on the 18th. So that's like odd man out. Why would we want to do that, right? So I waited. Monday came. Monday went. No phone call. I waited. And Tuesday came. Tuesday went. No phone call. So what I did, again, I took the initiative and I sort of just messaged him, but I didn't go all pushy, be like, hey, did I get it? I went, hey, I'm really excited for this opportunity, blah, blah, blah. And I also I snuck in some questions in there about Mexico itself, like how much it is to live, how much it is to eat, stuff like that. And he said it's roughly like $200 to eat per month, and then it's about $450 for like a little 2-bedroom house or whatever, which, I mean, coming from Vancouver where it's like $1,200 for a 2-bedroom house or a 1-bedroom house sometimes, or not even a house, just like a basement suite, then that's pretty good because I can budget all that in, plus I'll be making way more. So I'm on track for getting a good job in sales like I wanted, and then next it will just be banking some money and seeing how I can get some time off this work after a year, because I still want to sort of keep that year thing. If I'm really good, they'll just let me go, right? And then let me come back. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. This has been Ready, Set, Backpack. Make sure to subscribe down below, and I'll see you next time.